handed over by the colonials, but the winner of the competition was a British lady living in Nigeria. So the semantics is that, okay, the British didn't hand over the national anthem, but that it was composed by coincidence by a British lady, at the time we were gaining our independence. For me, of course, the circumstances are almost similar and they're almost the same. It doesn't take away from some of the arguments that I put forward. And he said, how would Zik and Saldana all love the anthem? Of course, they would have. At that time, well, they did, and that's what it is. And his opinion is that a silly military regime overturned it. I don't agree with that description. I don't agree with that. I think that there was a need at that time. Also, remember, that was the time, it was during Obasanjo's period. You see, we need to be careful. Whatever we think of Obasanjo, we don't tie it with facts. What at that time, there was this new apartheid movement, and Nigeria was ahead of it. And there was a need for us to, to galvanize the black people. That's why it started with the rise of compatriots. Okay, that was the situation at that time. So I don't believe Jimi Disu says it was a silly military regime. Just like they did everything, including constitution and federalism. I don't argue over that one. Where he talks personally about how he could never learn this new anthem. Half the population can't learn this new anthem now. Half the population, because anybody under 40 is not likely to have ever heard this new anthem. But so for him, he says nostalgia will always make me refer to Nigeria we hail thee. I can understand that. I feel the same. And guess what? I don't know this new anthem. I don't know it. Thank God I've not been for public office. They take me to the National Assembly. I'm only the first one. Arise, O compatriots. When they are singing, they say, arise, O compatriots. You just keep moving your mouth. So he says that I agree the process and the swiftness may call to question many things, and also the reasons poorly articulated. One more reason why PBAT has opened its flanks unduly. No, do, Nigeria we hail thee. And so on and so forth. So I just thought I should. And yes, I have his permission to read this. I said, should I read this out? He said, do go ahead. So I take the correction in good faith, and I thank him for that. These are the kind of reactions we appreciate. But I don't think it takes away from the substance of what was said this morning. Having said that, Noyem is here. Noyem Weke. Morning, how are you?
Fine, thank you. Good morning.
Is it Noye or Noyem?
It's Noye.
Is there a difference between Noye and Noyem?
The accents.
Really?
Yes, no.
Because I had a very close friend, Noyem Waboko. And so when I heard, I thought that Noye was just like a way of saying Noyem, Noye.
Noye is the actual pronunciation.
Is the actual pronunciation?
Yeah.
Noye is the pronunciation
Noye
for
is
Noyem.
a short form of. Yeah, there is Noyem, not Noyem.
I see.
Noyem
we get educated every day.
Yes. So they're all short forms of Nonyelum.
You have to speak to the mic, please.
It's a short form of Nonyelum.
Nonyelum,
yes. But you don't want to stress people, so you just say Nonye.
Nonye, okay. Yeah. So anyway, good morning. How are you? It's nice to have you. This is the first time we are meeting, though.
Yeah, the last time.
We do speak. The last time we couldn't get here because of traffic.
No, I did. I spoke with Sheriff.
Oh, I wasn't here.
Yeah, you were not
I fell ill. Yes.
Sheriff was here, so I spoke.
Oh, okay. You spoke with him. Yeah. Good. You have a story to tell. Our baby is 18.
Yeah, she'll be 18 in the next couple of days.
Next couple of days.
Yes.
So tell us our story.
I think Zimuzo. I call her Zim.
That's her Zim. Yes.
Zim,
tell us Zim's story.
Well, long story short.
Yes.
She was diagnosed of cerebral palsy at 5 months.
Of cerebral palsy at 5
months. Yes.
So before she was 5 months, she was okay.
No, she wasn't okay. So that's because cerebral palsy is what would have happened at either when the mom was pregnant, if the brain didn't develop, or at the point of birth.
You said the mom, so she's adopted.
Yeah, my baby is adopted. Yes, so so I don't have that history. Of whether it happened at birth or at birth. The history I have is that when I took her, if I have the knowledge I have now, I would have suspected that something was wrong with her.
Would that have stopped you from adopting her?
I really can't say, honestly. Sometimes you really don't know how you behave. So if I say no, it would have stopped. But what happened is that even when I got to know, I still went ahead and kept her.
Okay, is it that when you adopted her, were you looking for a child to adopt?
Yes, I wanted
or
to
her
adopt a baby.
circumstances?
No.
Or you actually wanted a baby?
I wanted a baby. So
and she was normal at that time?
She wasn't normal, but the adoption agency may not have known, and I didn't know. The reason being that for cerebral palsy, unless you are trained, right, or you are at the point of birth, even when you are at the point of birth, you can't say for certain that this child will have cerebral palsy because it begins to manifest from maybe age 3 months.
3 months?
3 months, yes. That is when the symptoms begin to show. But if you are at the point of birth, maybe the obstetricians, I think that the ones that receive babies, or the pediatricians or whoever, or the midwives. So maybe the circumstances is that the child comes out, what the doctors say, asphyxiated. That means the child wasn't breathing. When the child came out, the child didn't cry. So it depends on how long. But I understand that after the first 3 minutes or 4 minutes, it's quite critical. So if the baby didn't cry 3-4 minutes thereafter, there's a high probability that the child might have cerebral palsy.
Do you think that the mom could have known, and that's why she put? Do you know the mother?
No. You know how adoption is in Nigeria. It's actually shrouded in secrecy. So I don't know.
You don't know the history of that.
I don't know the mom. I don't know the circumstances. Most people who go for adoption, you just want a baby. You can couch it. You are desperate. You want a baby. I needed a baby at that time. So most of these histories, oftentimes, you don't know. So you are talking with the ministry, the people in charge of the adoption. So they call you, you are doing the processes. Then they call you, oh, there's a baby. You've told them you wanted a baby girl. You make your choice. So okay, there's a baby, and then it means what you want. So you pick the baby. So when they gave the baby to me, I was told she was 6 days old. But knowing what I know now, I have a suspicion that she wasn't, because I recall the day they called me that there was a baby. And I kept saying, okay, can I come and pick the baby? And they kept moving it forward, sort of, So my suspicion, knowing what I know now, is that maybe the child came out asphyxiated highly. Maybe the child was, she didn't breathe for a long time. That means she didn't cry for a long time. And maybe they suspected she wasn't quite doing well. That's me suspecting. I don't know. So I don't go into that. So it's all suspicion. But the important thing is that when they gave me the baby, I was told she was 6 days. But like I said, knowing what I know now, she was having seizures, which I thought in my ignorance that she was being a strong girl. She was seizuring. She was having these spasms. So in my ignorance, I was happy that my baby is a strong girl. She's, I thought she was just exhibiting strength, the way she was going. So once in a while she just twitchy. She was having those spasms. I remember by the time she turned 3 months, she wasn't doing what she was supposed to do. That means she wasn't holding up her neck. African babies usually, 3 months or thereabout, they start holding up their necks. But she wasn't doing that. I had this baby book I was reading that tells you the milestones. And she wasn't hitting the milestones. I remember going to a doctor, my friend, if I have fun now, this baby, she's not doing this. And, she said, Auntie, don't worry. It's from 6 months. Doctors begin to get worried. I guess he probably suspected, but I think doctors are usually too careful too. Maybe they can't just say immediately the child has this. They want to be sure that maybe the child is not just low. So, but from 4 months, I was certain something wasn't quite right with her, but I didn't know what. She had, all I know now that are the symptoms. She was seizuring, which I didn't know she was, what that thing was. And then she wasn't holding up in her neck. She wouldn't eat very well, like you are giving her milk and all that. And, she has squinted prominently, squinted eyes and crossed eyes, So anyway, but at 5 months, I was sure something was wrong. So I just went to a doctor.
Wow.
And I said, actually, when I told my mom said, it's because you didn't breastfeed her. I said, Mama, you have 11 kids. This child is not doing this. I'm worried.
Your mom had 11 kids?
Yeah, she does.
Your dad, though. Eh?
No, he's a woman.
What a man. What a plot.
No, what's a woman?
11
yes.
kilo.
It's a football team.
Does your baby have siblings?
No, no, no.
So
no.
she's the only child.
Yes, she's the only one. You know.
Were you married at that time?
No.
Oh,
It was
okay.
after I separated that I
That you
adopted a
don't
baby.
want
Yes.
to, yes.
I didn't have a child. Then after I separated, I just when I had adopted a baby.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. So, you know, so by the time I now went to the doctor, so after I told my mom insisted she was fine because I had taken her to see my mom in the village, you know. So, and then my mom kept saying she was fine. I said, Mama, something is wrong. So she took me to go and see a midwife in the village. So that midwife had seen me before, and she noticed that something was wrong with that baby. But you know, we have a culture of silence.
Yes,
so
yes.
she said nothing. So, you know, and she looked at me, and then she turned to my mom. She wasn't now talking to me. She was talking to my mom. Sure, you know that person Pekin. Sure, you know. She started, you know, referring my mom to similar children who have disabilities. So I just knew something was. So I started crying. Anyway, I now went to a doctor. You know, and but then I thought it was something I could just fix. You know, I was running a business then. There was a bit of money, so I thought just go to the hospital, they will fix it. But by the time I went to the doctor just said, you know what? The doctor just put her hand and said, Madam, what happened at birth? I said, I wasn't there. I said, what do you mean? I said, my baby is adopted. He said, well, this child has CP. I've not heard the word cerebral palsy. I couldn't even call cerebral palsy, you know, I didn't. And I said, what's that? He said, and he was very angry. Why did you this child for? Just take her back. She will soon die.
Really?
So, you know, I was confused. So I went to the, incidentally, I was in the same place we were adopted from nowhere. So I went to them. So he gave me a note to the ministry, and he said, usually they bring babies to him for assessment, but he can't remember they are bringing this baby. You know, when you have a new baby, they could do what they call abscess, maybe look at the baby or something and guess. So he said he can't remember they are bringing this baby. Anyway, just take her back. You can't take care of her.
But can I ask a stupid question at this
sure,
point?
Sure.
If the doctor says that they shouldn't have given you this baby, who would have looked after the baby?
No, they will put her in the orphanage. You see a lot of them in the orphanage.
I see.
And knowing what I know now, and with the severity of, you know, affectation of my daughter, and then all I went through with her, you know, I know probably she would have passed by now. Because so many times we've run. I remember, I think she was like 2-3, shortly after I started CP Center. I remember one day we ran. So many times she has practically gone. We ran to, it was Dr. Gone, God bless her. We just ran to her. It took her 1 hour to bring her back.
Wow.
You know, she did mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. She did all sorts. Eventually, 1 hour later, Zim came back. So, you know, what happens is when they are sick, for instance, that time she had pneumonia, she had infection, she had malaria, but I wouldn't know. You know, the regular child will say, Mommy, I'm feeling sick. Mommy, I'm not this. But she's just there. She's lethargic. She's always been.
Does she talk? Sorry to ask.
No, ask anything,
Yes.
Uncle
Does
Jimmy.
does she talk? Do you have a
No.
conversation with her even now?
Well, we have a silent conversation. Like today, I say, you know what, I'm going. I'm sure she'll be listening to me and she'll be smiling. She knows my voice.
Oh, happy birthday, Zim.
Yeah, she knows my voice.
Oh.
If you call Noye, she will turn. It's like, who is calling my mommy? You know. So, but she doesn't have, because she's affected severely.
Yes.
As you know, CP can affect people mildly, moderately. The mild ones, they go to school and have a few of them.
Yes, I've seen quite a number.
Yes. But the ones on the severe spectrum, which is where my daughter falls into, they're completely dependent. You have to do everything for them.
Wow.
Everything from picking her up to, you know. That's how I could make here this morning, is because my girl, she's in Lasso. I don't call her my house girl, but my girl, she's in Lasso. So she's on holiday. So with my other girl, so I know I have 2 people to pick her from bed. Yes, you know. But usually you need 2 people pick her to bed.
So the issue of putting them through any form of education is ruled out.
Abroad, if you have the first of all the energy, for people like I have to prioritize. You know what I mean? You have to look at, do I want to care for my child, or do I want to spend money teaching her, you know, because I need to have what it takes. Like I have to have the communication devices, which you don't have. You could have her own, you know, eye synthesizers, which is, she looks at it brings out what she wants to say and all that. Do I have all that? Or do I want, because of the society that I am in, focus on her care, which is very enormous? I just said she needs 2 people all the time. That means
all the time,
all the
24/7.
Because to pick her up as she is now, to sit her, I have to pick her, put her in her chair, take her to the bathroom. So you need two people lie her down, consistently change position for her so she doesn't have bed sores.
Bed sores.
Yes. So you have to do
Wow.
all that. So do I want to spend my time on that? She's completely incontinent. So you spend money buying diapers and all that. So do I want to say I'm going to school for her?
So you've been doing this for the past 18 years. Again, let me ask, do you have a private, what do you do for a living?
So what do I do for a living? This became my life. By the time she hit 3 or thereabout, 3, 4, I had to start a center for cerebral palsy. Because, when I looked and I read about cerebral palsy, it's an everyday occurrence. Actually, according to Professor Leshe, he says 10 out of 1,000 live births every year have cerebral palsy. That is like 1 out of 10. You can Google it. So that gives you the severity or how many, the prevalence. So what that means is a lot of children come out every year with CP. And when you look at the predisposing factors, you can understand why. Jaundice is a very common factor, that causes, jaundice. And our level of development, some people see birth as traditional birth attendants. You won't believe that. I meet them every day. Some people meet in ill-managed church hospital, let me put it that way. In all these church hospitals, they go and birth. You're supposed to do CS and you are praying, and then the child comes out, severely asphyxiated. So there's a lot of it. So what happened? By the time I came, I started, when my daughter had the CP. Of course, I was angry initially. I can't vex with God self. I know the good church. All that kind of a thing. So it became bitter then at the society. Then when I started seeing, this is what it is. It's been happening since this country since 1960. So where are the children? Nobody is talking about cerebral palsy. You just hear disability. You see also all the other disabilities. But the cerebral palsy, nobody is talking about it. So I decided to start talking about it. So I started a center. Because what was the challenge? By the time when my daughter was 7 months only, I took her to a daycare. And that very day, they said, "Madam, come and take your baby." Because other mothers will withdraw their children.
Wow.
Yeah. So I took her.
Our people with all these.
You don't really blame them. The eyes do not like the ugly. And, what you don't know, you are afraid of. Because a lot of people don't know it. So I really don't.
What you don't know.
Yes, you're afraid of. So they don't know what it is.
I don't know this man very well, so I'm so scared of him.
It's possible, yeah.
I wasn't referring to
I was
you.
greeting him, he wasn't answering.
You see? you see what I said?
Why? How has the conversation just changed to me now? No.
It's just a referral. It's just an aside.
Anyway,
it's legit. Anyway, let's go there.
So
liven up. It's to liven up.
So you really don't blame the mothers or the parents who withdraw their their kids. Who say, "No, I don't want this child to be in the same class with my child."
Okay, because of time, let me fast track. You run this center with how many kids?
Presently, you are 12 children who live in the boarding facility. Yeah, 12 is because. First of all, I don't have the means. When I mean the means, the manpower, the money to take care of them. But if I had, there is no there. It's not an exaggeration.
Do they live with you in the house?
Yeah, they live with me.
Or
no, they live with me.
There's a burden.
No, there's a burden, so everybody, in different rooms, you have different children in different rooms. I have my place with
12.
my daughter. Yeah.
Do people pay? I have to take a break. I don't want this machine to drop on me. I'll take a short break and I'll be right back.
Okay.
Correct food, they always give me joy. That That's why anytime where they cook like this, I dey always season them with no cubes. Come add correct vegetables inside. Ugu, tatasheo, shombo, onions. No one where I know they put. Now he make my pikin them. They always enjoy my cooking.
Daddy, I never will. I want more.
You see?
Sama all your food with correct vegetables. Come season them with no cubes for that ubonge delicious taste. Today, chop better.
Big mommy, add that bokoto we go senior school. Put 2 roundabout. Anoint the package with that slim thick shaki and
Uncle, no vexo. Which teeth you want use eat all this orishi? That your teeth will be like we have motor jam truck. You know they worry you again.
that one na before. All thanks to the new Close-Up Complete Fresh Protection.
That's right. The new Close-Up Complete Fresh Protection toothpaste gives you complete oral protection with fluoride and antibacterial zinc to keep your teeth strong, prevent tooth holes, and fight bacteria.
Please have to go buy my own new Close-Up Complete Fresh Protection toothpaste.
Close-Up Complete Fresh Protection for your important oral care needs. Available in a blue gel.
Mommy, my teacher said 90% of my brain will develop by the time I am 5.
Really? What else did she say?
She said I need iron in my food for my brain to grow well.
Oh, very true. And that's why I give you Cerelac Junior every day, which provides half of your daily iron needs.
And Cerelac Junior tastes so good.
Cerelac Junior with Iron Plus. It's all good.
If you get the big dreams to do big things, lonely day with red money. If you get the big dreams to do big things, lonely day with red money. If you get the big dreams.
Get loans of up to 7 million naira on Rain Money. Call 0700 5000 500 or visit rainmoney.com to get started now.
New Lafarge water shield cement now confirm.
Hey, Oga, we don ready to start the foundation.
Say everything done set?
Yes, sir. Wetin remain now na to buy granite, sand, iron rods, concrete blocks, cement and...
Engineer, wait. Which kind of cement una wan use? Tell me.
Na the normal cement, sir.
Sure? Una wan use normal cement for site where waterlog? Haba! You never hear about Lafarge water shield? The new waterproof cement wey no dey let yamayama water wahala spoil house for waterlog area?
Sir.
Put full stop for water wahala for your building. If you want build house for waterlog area, the correct cement for you na the new Lafarge water shield. Lafarge water shield na the ogbonge power waterproof cement wey dem formulate for areas wey get water wahala. Lafarge na confirm cement. New Lafarge water shield cement na confirm.
Put full stop for water wahala.
Here you go, dear.
Mom, you didn't add milk.
No need to. Taste it and see why.
Wow, but how?
Is it milky?
Very.
Is it creamy?
Yes.
That's Milo 3-in-1 milky and creamy for you. It's so milky. I don't need to add more milk.
I love it, Mommy.
Give your kids the new Milo 3-in-1, milky and creamy. It's truly milky. It contains calcium to help your champ win every day. Milo, energy to go further.
Milo! 5 Alive Poppy. So much pop. So many ways to pop it. He gulps it. She chews it. He slurps it. Filled with pulp in every bowl, everyone pops it their way. So, how do you pop it?
What takes a plate of jollof rice to the next level of goodness? Is it when it is cooked with no seasoning cubes for that sumptuous taste? Or when you serve it with correct Nigerian salad, cabbage, carrot, lettuce, and a bit of kidney beans?
It's both. Season your jollof with the rich taste of Knorr cubes and serve with plenty of vegetables. So, go ahead and elevate your meals. Today, eat for good.
99.3 Nigeria Info, your number one station for talk. Let's talk.
You're listening to Jimi Disu right here on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Okay, welcome back to the Daily Digest, and my guest is still Nonye Nweke, who has a daughter who will be 18 with, and has a cerebral palsy. Is that the way? And then so she was talking about her center, and I was asking if they pay or it's voluntary. It's something you do voluntarily. Do you exist on donations?
Yeah, it's registered as a non-governmental. Though when I wanted to start, I had said I didn't want to do an NGO, because of the stories surrounding NGO. But of course, yes. But of course, if I didn't register as an NGO, I wouldn't get the kind of support I get. I won't be able to do what I'm doing because I thought I would just, my siblings will sustain me. But they don't pay. I've done this for 14 years. Nobody pays.
So these children that are at yours are
they
children,
have families. Yeah,
they have families. They are not necessarily adopted children.
No, they're not. No.
Okay,
They
so
have
the families
parents.
that bring them, they don't pay.
They don't pay. They don't pay because how much can you really pay? So I leave them. There are some of them that you even have to support. You know that it's not that.
Do you have any one of them? Sorry to ask. Abandoned.
I have one.
I knew that would happen.
They were
just drop them.
no. It's the government that abandoned the child with me.
Are you kidding me?
It's a fact now because when you give somebody a child and you don't ask, Fashola is his name. We name him Fashola because that tells you when he came to us. He came to us 2015.
Who brought him? The government?
Yes, through Ajegule Hospital. They brought him, and in fact, they brought him to us, and till today, they have not come to ask after the child.
Do they provide any form of subsidy for your
him?
operations? Yes.
Please now, don't put me in trouble. There's nothing like that.
They just dumped the child.
They brought the child, so which is why I have refused to take more. In fact, there were 2 kids. 2 of them died. Ambode died December, a few days to Christmas, 1 year like that. I don't remember the exact year. So Fashola has been with us for 8 years. We've done surgeries on him. Fashola can.
My God, you paid for the surgeries.
Yeah, now people now,
from donations.
I harass people. They know I'm licensed to beg, so I beg the money. I use it to.
I like that.
Provided you use the money to do what you say you are using it to do.
Yes.
So, and people are fantastic. If I say Fashola Day Hospital, and people will donate money for 1,000 to 2,000, whatever. So we've done surgeries for Fashola. We did what they call fundoplication. We did gastrotomy. The tube he has, we change it every 3 months. It's supposed to be $200. We don't buy it here. But he has, he's alive. So I didn't want to work with abandoned babies. When I wanted to start the center, people normally say that families with parents with children with CP, they abandon their kids. Look at how you said it now. You thought his parents will abandon their children. No. These 14 years I've done this has proven to me that parents love their kids irrespective of how the kids are. They just want something good for the child, yes. They don't, if I vet with any of them and say, come and carry your picking, they come and take their Auntie Nonye, please take your child. And they do. If you are going for Christmas, they come and take their children. Easter, if you can't take your child, you write me a letter why you can't take the child. Then I look at it. If it's okay, fine.
So you survive on charity?
Yeah.
By bullying people?
No, I know they bully them all.
That's what it says.
No, I say I harass them.
You harass them also.
It's different now.
Okay, we are going to open up our lines and 0201 2770993 0201 2771993 0201 277 2993 0201 277 3993. Now, we're going to open up our lines, and the usual rules will apply. Okay, no, it's a very sensitive subject. It's I'm shaking inside, because, in all honesty, do you have a private life?
Do I really have?
Can you go for parties? Can you
sure, now please invite me.
Oh, you can do. You have time for all that.
No,
do you have a relationship?
How do you mean?
With a man? What else do you think I'm saying?
No, I don't. I don't look my age. What's wrong with you, Uncle?
What does age? I'm 70. I have a relationship.
Hey, you do?
Yes.
Well,
Waiting.
No.
What is your age? What is your age?
Please, now you don't ask a woman her age.
But you mentioned age.
It is. It's like if I ask
What is your age?
If I ask you how much you are earning now, will you tell me?
Yes.
It's a lie. You don't ask.
I'll give you the figure I gave LRS.
Okay. So do you want me to give you my official age?
No, don't give me your official age. Don't change it. But actually, it's a pity Kofi is gone. They said Kusarubo Ghana. This. I have an auntie 70. When she turned 70, I asked her if she was dating. She said yes. Why not?
Why not?
The world has. You're not 70 yet, are you?
I'm not, but then it's priority
waiting.
now. You don't.
No,
have,
I just no.
See, when you have.
So are you saying? Wait now. I will finish you now. Are you saying that if a man approaches you, you say no?
No, I won't say
it could get a go.
But he's not going to say. But he will say no eventually.
You leave that one to him. Left that one. In life. Let me tell you, life is about balance and the way you want it. Life is about
it depends on what gives you pleasure.
Yes, and each to his own.
Yeah.
But I always believe that life should be about. How can you say do I? How did she ask it? do I? What did she say now? Do I have a relationship or what? Babawa.
It's different. You know, there is such
you see, I believe, but today is not a diabo meeting.
It's not a diabo.
We leave that one. But I believe in balance. But I was just trying to seriously now look at the things that you have denied yourself to get this done. To you, it's nothing. To me, it's commendable. In all honesty. And I give you a lot of kudos. It's a pity. When we give out honors and these things, it's always to the rich and political people, because you had an option early enough to return. I know a lot of people, even if the child was theirs. Yes, so we need to give you that credit. If you don't want it, we impose it on you.
Really?
Oh yes. If you don't want it, we impose you. When we talk about God-fearing people, it's not about not tying scarf and not wearing earrings and shouting Jehovah, Jehovah. No. These little acts, you had an option.
Was that really an option?
You had, what are you saying? You had an option. People who give birth themselves, gone.
No, if they give birth, if they do that, is lack of knowledge. You see, the option
whatever it is, you will take this honor. By force.
You see, what happens is that what you do based, because you see, when I heard the word,
yes,
I put it on Google. Back then, 18 years ago, we didn't have internet like we did today. But I was privileged to have
How old were you at that time?
Please now, Jimmy.
I thought you would fall for it.
I
just wanted to add a thing to it. Okay, let's take our first call.
If you ask me that, maybe one boy of 32 is looking at me. He will now go away.
Okay, let's take. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Morning, sir. How are you?
My name is DJ Constance.
Yes.
Let me say thank you to the lady. It's amazing. If I child, she's great. You see, from the country I came from, like I have a friend who is blind like me, and he told me his mother took him to the school of blind 1975, and up to now. He doesn't know a mother. So you see, parents abandon people living with disability.
The line is not clear. You might have to call back.
Yeah, if a woman, 1975, what knowledge does the woman, what knowledge did she have at that time? I always say that what you do is based on the knowledge you have. 75 years ago, 1975, that's how many years ago? Over 40 years or thereabouts?
Yeah, 40 years.
The woman, then who is she? What does she know? You see, when people, like, who or are about me, I say, I have the privilege of information. So there's no way my heart will rest if I didn't know, because the moment, they told me what it was, I called my sister, who is a pediatrician, and I said, Ujungwa, this, what is, I couldn't call cerebral palsy. I said, what is cerebral? She completed cerebral palsy. And she reeled off what it was. It was a medical thing. And she said the child may never do this, may never walk, may never do this. And I said, Zimuzo just been diagnosed. I said, that's a tough one. So I had the option, but I now knew. Then I came back, I put it on Google, and I was looking at my baby. So the question of somebody did me, somebody did what didn't arise. I now started looking at it. Why did you adopt this baby in the first instance? I had a vacuum. I just had a broken marriage. My heart I needed something to fill my heart. So I picked this baby, and she gave me that comfort. Now it is my turn to look after her. If I left her on the orphanage, I go to orphanages, I see some of these kids. It's a sight you don't want to behold.
But you will still take that honor,
okay,
whether you like it or not.
It will come with money,
you take that honor.
It will come with money.
I tell you what I will do.
Okay.
I'm going to send this man. I have something in my pocket. He will soon get up and go to the toilet.
Okay.
So I can let you run a commercial before he comes back, and I will be the director. But I will let you as an exception and take the flak. Okay. Appeal. We haven't got to the toilet yet. An appeal. I've never done this on air, but it's a great honor for me to do it, to appeal to those who can to please try and assist you in what you're doing. I'm also going to use the opportunity to appeal to the government, given that, for example, these are things that government should subsidize, that are quite clear, if at least they can give you things, basic drugs, bed sheets, maybe if not money, because if government give you money, then go ask the people who come back again to ask for Roja. But if they can at least give you, if they can order last food to give you equipment, things like that.
You see, the thing is this, right? You don't really know if you give. That's the mistake people make. People come, they bring golden more Indomie, all sorts of things, right? But what about those who are taking care of these children? So if you don't give me money, how will I pay my salaries? How will I make sure my staff is there when I come back? How will I pay? People come to my place, they say, did we just move in?
Well, I'd like to challenge the corporate world, the banks, for example, who are paying some of the cleaners. Yeah. You are paying these cleaners because they wear your whatever. But your CSR should also include a human element. So I'm hoping that the bank, and there's a bank that I have in mind that was set up by my friend that I have in mind, and my friend is a compassionate person, no longer at the bank, but he set it up. I'm hoping that they would pick up the tab. Okay, it's a bank that I've had an account in for close to only God knows how many years. And I'm going to hope that they will get the hint from what I'm saying. Somebody will tell them, or my friend himself will call them and say, you need to help this woman. Because the truth is, the reality. You see, one thing people need to understand is any one of us could have a child like that. What would you do?
It's something that any woman who is pregnant has the probability of
having
a child. It could be the brain didn't form well. It could be didn't develop well. It could just be little thing happening at the point of birth, and the child just. For instance, there's a mother. She had a set of twins. The first baby came out. Taye came out. Labor stopped. Labor ceased, and then before they could, bring out the other baby, of course, it was quite late. Before you
see how God works.
So it's
from your mouth. From your mouth, I have gleaned who should be your first donor, because if you said the first, then those whose company name has first, they should key into this anointing. I'm so desperate that you don't. But you have a center, though.
Yes,
you built it yourself.
Yeah, with the public money. That's
what I mean is.
Yes, that's what I mean. You know why I came here the first time you were talking. You take a swipe as NGOs, and I say no. I run an NGO, and I can stand anywhere and say that the public gave me money. You can walk in anytime and say what I did.
You have
with the
audited
money.
accounts.
Oh sure, every year we do that.
Year.
We have an auditor, yes. So that's I can boast that. They give me their money, 1,000, 10,000, whatever, and you can come into that center at any time you like. You will assess that. You can assess that, yes, every couple.
Okay, I need to get the audience involved in this because our lines are buzzing. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Uncle JD.
Morning. Who's speaking?
Mrs. Oboli. Good morning.
Oh, okay,
madam.
yes, you too have a child who has this. But her son is with her at home.
Yeah, sure. And the son is with her. There are so many women that have children like this. Yeah.
Good morning, Mommy Zim.
Yeah, good morning.
Quickly, Mrs.
I want to commend you for the beautiful and amazing job you're doing.
Thank you.
It has not been easy. I've been to your facility once. Then you said there was no space for David. I brought my son. I think you were quite
Then we are in
overwhelmed.
Surulere, right?
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
So I want to say thank you because you're giving hope. Honestly, Uncle Jimmy said something this morning. He said you could have given up that child, but you decided to channel your energy, your positivity into raising that beautiful girl. And she's 18 now. I want to say thank you. Even me, as a cerebral palsy mom, it has not been easy. Thank God for Nigeria Info. Thank God for the man seated beside you, Uncle Jimmy. Uncle Jimmy,
I'm sitting opposite her.
you. God will bless your station.
Thank you.
It has not been easy, ma.
I know.
The diapers alone.
I know.
The drugs
A pack of
alone.
diaper is like 17K
Taking
now.
care of
That's
them
just 2 weeks.
alone can be overwhelming. You look at your child, you don't even know what he will eat the next minute. But my journey has been easy because this station has been with me, the fans, everybody.
Okay,
I want to say
all right.
thank you, ma. God will bless your labor of love.
Okay, thank
God
you,
will bless
thank you.
Nigeria Info for what you are doing as well.
Thank you,
very
Mrs.
much
Oboli.
so.
Thank you. We need to
Thank
take
you.
another caller. We don't want any tears. Yeah. And also because and also because it's not for praise. We don't do these things for adulation. I can vouch for him and other people on this station. It's just a human element in you.
You see,
and whether you like it or not, you're a hero.
No, you see, let me tell you, when I started the center, I was very angry. I was angry
at society.
I was angry at the society. I was angry at the privilege. There's the privileged people are very indifferent.
And to be honest, you were angry at your ex-husband.
No. Honestly, no. That's a fact.
Do you still talk to him though?
No. There's no need now. I don't.
No,
not like that. There's no need. There's nothing to talk about. We are not enemies.
Even the weather, is it raining in your area?
Please, now we're on the air. So what I'm saying that that the care system.
Sorry if I crack up once in a while, but
I listen to you all the time. So you see that the care system is what it is now. People always say abroad is like this. It's because the privileged are indifferent to it because they can hire caregivers at home, 2-3 caregivers. They have the money to pay for them, or they can take their kids and go abroad.
No, you even find government involvement in things like this. But the government is the people who push the government. People come together and push the government. If you are abroad really and truly, I mean, I know that. I can say for the UK, I don't know about the US.
Yes, the government, yes, even the US, yes, they do better. How did it start? You see, what happens is that we see things, we don't go and read the history.
Mm-hmm.
When I started this thing, I read about Australia. Australia is even better when it comes to disability than the first. They are a lot ahead of.
Did you think you wanted to jackpot with the girl?
No, I never thought of jackpotting. I've been traveling with my daughter since she was like 18 months.
Oh, you travel with her?
Yes. We've been traveled in April. I don't like to jack, but if I wanted, if I don't marry, that time where they rain to
somebody
come
they toast
marry.
you.
No, it's not.
You say if you don't marry, you will.
Before
you marry, you will toast.
No, I mean that time, long time. Before jackpot became.
You're still toastable though.
I think so. Yes, I think.
You're still toastable. You go, Mama Wapa.
No, it's not. When you don't do things.
Looking at you with my experienced eyes, yeah, very, very toastable.
See, you don't do things not because that, like when you don't drink, it's not because you're not drinking because you're not seeing the drink.
Yes.
You're drinking because you've told yourself, once you're not going to do it.
Okay, all right.
So that's
we will leave that one.
Okay.
Let's. I can't. Can I? And you are the man. Okay, I understand people are asking for your account details. Can you give it?
Is it okay?
The chief has said that I should go on. Who am I?
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you very much. So let me read my salary account.
I sent him to the toilet in his mind.
He went. Okay.
Quickly. Oh, let me give you mine so that they can pay me and then knock off a discount and pay the rest.
Please, if you wish to support us, please pay to our Access Bank account. It is Cerebral Palsy Center. 0042 80 13 64.
Repeat it.
0042 80 13 64.
Access Bank.
Yes.
I would also use this opportunity to appeal to Access Bank to see if they can support you. Okay, I hope they will do that. and the Lagos State government too. I hope they will support you in what. Where would this? How many do you say there?
No, there is.
Where would they be?
No,
What kind of
I
life?
feel bad.
Don't
just
take
having
what
only
you're
12
doing.
children,
Don't take what you're doing
because-
for granted.
No, you see, I feel bad only having only 12 children. Not
You'd
for
love to
want
have
of
more.
children. Yes, but when I take up a child,
Mm.
okay, maybe if I take 2 children, I should hire three caregivers. You know, they
Per
work.
child.
Yeah, because they work 24 hours now.
I see.
Somebody has to be working, and for the kind of therapy we do ABR therapy, which requires that if you want to see any reasonable change on the child, you should put in at least 2 to 3 hours on the child every day. So what that means is that, the caregiver comes in the morning, takes over from the people that works at night, and then, so they and does the therapy in between. You are giving water.
Are these qualified caregivers? Are they trained? You train them?
I train them, yes. I train them.
Okay, we
Let's-
got to go. It's
I train
9:51. We got to
Oh,
go.
really? Okay.
Thank you very much, Naya. It's a beautiful story you have told us, and it's just a scratch on the surface.
Yeah.
So you might be coming back here to
You
us.
promised you will visit
to
us, right?
December. Yes, it's
Even
the traffic.
Sheriff. No, the traffic has eased up
It's
considerably.
eased up. It's the traffic.
It
I
has
would have
eased
come.
up. It has
God, I know you
eased
fry
up.
good akara.
Yes, on Sundays.
Even the day I'm coming, you fry the akara. If I'm going to visit, it will most likely be on a Sunday. Anyway.
Oh, that's fine.
The
Then you
traffic
have
will
the
know the
akara.
Is there ugi to go with?
There is, yeah. We make it
Do
ourselves.
you have Gary and ice block in
We
case
do have.
there's no ugi?
We have solar, so we always have light.
Also, you have Gary and ice block. I'm good to go with this. akara. That's where we landed for today. It's been a bit of a mixed bag. It's been a pleasure, and it has stretched me emotionally to do this. But I thank you very much on behalf of Nigerians for what
Thank
you're
you
doing.
very much. Thank you
Please,
very much.
I don't normally do this. This lady needs all the support that we can get. Tomorrow, Libros made a video about 10 minutes or so talking about Governor Oti. Let me state very clearly, I am a supporter of Governor Oti based on what has been presented to us. Okay, so I've declared my own interest here. But I just thought out of curiosity when I saw the video, I'd like Libros to come and explain all what he said in the video. So he'll be here tomorrow. I've also tried to make contact with Governor Oti's team to say that please try and listen in tomorrow, and I'll give you a right of reply on Tuesday, 9 o'clock. I've made that arrangement. And I've also called one of Governor Oti's greatest fans, Nkiru, the farmer. She left here, went to Aba to see what the gentleman is doing. And she said, yes, Uncle Jimmy, she will listen in. So I've given them a right of reply for Tuesday. So we're going to have a bit of a balance. And then on Saturday, don't forget, my big brother, Uncle Dele Adetiba, will be here. I'll be doing a tribute to him at 80. 80 is not easy at all. To climb that 80 is not easy. What God has promised you is 70, which means 70. But what you do now? Go to that another 70 on top of it. Thank you very much, Sheriff. It was nice having you here. And thank you for bending the rules so that we could do the best that we can for you. Naya, see you. When exactly is her birthday?
10th of June.
10th of June. I think I'll note it in my diary. Okay. We'll wish her happy birthday from
Thank you very much.
All right. So that's it, folks. Next is What's Up Lagos. Don't go away.
.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.